Hello everyone, I am Mamta Pillai, currently working as a postdoctoral fellow at at Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay. The work which I am going to present was performed at PSG Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. The work basically was on regeneration of peripheral nerve using conducting artificial nerve conduits. As we know that nervous system is divided into two main parts, that is peripheral nervous system and central nervous system. So we are mainly focusing on the regeneration of peripheral nerve tissues. So peripheral nerves actually sends messages from your brain to spinal cord to rest of your body, helping you to do things such as sensing that your feet are cold or moving your muscles so that you can walk. So these are made up of fibers called axons that are insulated by surrounding tissues, and these peripheral nerves are fragile and easily get damaged. The basic functional unit of this peripheral nerves are the neurons. So these cells actually communicates through electrical signals, and as I told it already, as I told before also, like it can be damaged easily. So the damages can happen due to injuries or accidents, and also due to some pathological conditions. In such conditions, the peripheral nerve regeneration is done by autologous transplantation or end-to-end suturing methods or some surgical interventions. So this has limitations like supply of donor, and other limitations are there. So to overcome these limitations, artificial nerve conduit came into picture. These tissue engineered constructs can actually regenerate the nerves. So this artificial nerve conduits can be made up of biocompatible polymers or hydrogels and all, and it can be also incorporated with neurotropic factors or other growth factors or biomimetic agents that can help in a guided nerve regeneration and also can bridge the gap between the damaged nerves. So the currently available, artificial nerve conduits can regenerate up to 3 centimeter, and our group also tried to develop such artificial nerve conduits using, conducting fibers. So these fibers are basically of the main core fiber which we have used is degummed silk fibroin filament. And in this degummed silk fibroin filament, we have coated different concentrations of carbon nanofibers, which was mixed with PCl, that is polycaprolactone solution. And this carbon coated, or this carbon nanocomposite coated degummed silk filament fibers were then subjected to make some textile structures like knitted, braided, and twisted structures. So these structures serves as the inner core of the artificial nerve conduit. And we also made silk PVA film, which serves as the outer wall of the artificial nerve conduit. You can see here the complete nerve conduit, which the inner core and outer wall also. So the outer wall basically prevents the invasion of other cells into the, which can prevent the regeneration of the nerve. So it will act as a barrier. So the selected polymers are biocompatible and biodegradable. So here you can see beautiful SEM images, that is scanning electron microscopic images of artificial nerve conduit inner cores which we developed. So knitted, twisted, braided, and the complete conduit you can see. So this we performed extensive physical characterization. It suffers morphology, it's functional group analysis, degradation profile, and mechanical properties also. And further, we went to conduct. For further, we also conducted the in vitro cell culture analysis. Here you can see the Neuro 2A saline seeded scaffolds, where you can see the cell attachment and proliferation in this. And also we conducted some primary cell culture studies like primary cortical neural progenitor cells isolated from E18 Sprague Dowley rat pups also were seeded onto this. So this work was performed at St. Vincent Hospitals, Melbourne, Australia. And we could see the nerve regeneration and differentiation in the knitted samples. And this was like without any supply of growth factors or anything. This is purely based on the material property. And we also found that knitted structure showed a better cell regeneration and proliferation effect compared to the braided and the twisted structure. So further we used knitted structure for implanting in an animal model. So the peripheral nerve of the New Zealand white rabbit hind leg sciatic nerve were excised, and we implanted our artificial nerve conduit onto that. So around 2 centimeters, we removed the tissue, and after that we rehabilitated the animal. And at the end of 30 days, we removed the implanted nerve tissue to analyze histologically to check the nerve regeneration. So here we can see the nerve bundle proliferation. So nerve regeneration in tolbridin blue as well as hematoxin are used in stain. And also I can show you a video of a rabbit. So this rabbit, you can see the surgery part. This is the surgical area. So once the nerve was implanted, this was taken at the end of 7 days. So here you can see the mobility of the animal is less, and due to the side area, due to the surgical intervention also. And so you can see the mobility is less in this rabbit. And here at the end of 30 days, just before surgery, you can see how smartly the animal is moving. So here we can see that at the end of 30 days, due to the electrical conductivity which we have provided in the scaffolds, in a biocompatible, biodegradable scaffold, the nerve regeneration, happened rapidly. And also we did a few more studies on directional nerve growth in another scaffold way, that is we 3D printed the scaffold. So here what we have did is we use CNF, the optimized concentration CNF we chose, and we did the acid functionalization, and then we mixed it with dopamine and neurotransmitter. And this we then after functionalizing with dopamine, we used PCL as a composite to mix it. And this we considered as a bio ink, and this ink was printed on a PCL film. And this you can see here printed lines over a PCL film. Okay, so then we cultured this primary nerve cells onto that. And here we can see the 3D printed lines in the film. And here in the control, we don't have any lines or anything. So the cells grown randomly in the control. But in case of 3D printed, conducting ink was there wherever it was there. The nerves started proliferating, and we could see the nerve differentiation also. So this happened without any growth factors. So we really hope that we could regenerate the nerve even bigger than a 3 or 4 centimeter damage. So this work which we published got a good coverage, news coverage in online media. And I would like to thank all my team members from PhD Institute of Advanced Studies, from RMIT University and St. Vincent Hospital, Melbourne. And a big thanks to the audience who is hearing. Thank you.